Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a super exciting video because I want to talk about money. I wanted to sit down and talk about my sales on Poshmark in the month of August. On Poshmark, you can create a custom sales report, and so I had that emailed to me for the month of August so you can kind of break down and see how much money you can make in a month as a part-time reseller. Reselling has become very, very popular on YouTube, which is very exciting to me. I've been reselling for years, and each year that I resell, my Poshmark earnings have gone up like exponentially year by year. And because so many people are making content about reselling, it's kind of hard to get an idea of how much you can make as an average person who doesn't have a following, which is what I consider myself. I have like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's not really the kind of following that's gonna go and buy my stuff as soon as I list it. People with, you know, 250,000 followers, they have a following, so when they post to eBay or Poshmark or Mercari, wherever, their fans want to support them and buy their stuff. So it kind of, I mean, it's awesome for them. That's super, super cool, but it's kind of skews the reality if you're a part-time seller with not as much capital either and not like a following that's just gonna like buy your stuff right away. Like I said, I do this part-time. Honestly, it's purely for fun. It's honestly just for the love of the game. I have a lot of fun thrifting. I love going shopping, especially at thrift stores. So reselling is kind of a fun way where I can shop and find these really cool pieces and then somebody else can give them a loving home. Something that I love about Poshmark is how easy it is to use the app. Definitely the most user-friendly way to sell. I downloaded the eBay app and I made an eBay account because I had a few mugs that I wanted to sell and I thought maybe they would do better on eBay versus like Poshmark. I kid you not, I created an account, I listed the mug went live, and then 15 seconds later I get an email saying that my listing has been taken down, my account has been shut down, and my account has been terminated because I like violated something. Literally all I did was list a mug. So that one experience really pushed me away from eBay. I was like, if this is gonna be complicated, I just like don't wanna mess with it, especially because this is something I do part-time. I want it to be fun. I want the experience to be good. And Poshmark has been like, I am such a ride or die for Poshmark. They need to sponsor me because like everyone that I talk to, I tell them about Poshmark. I tell all of my coworkers about Poshmark, everybody on Instagram. I'm just like, you need to sell. So I actually have the stats from the first year that I did Poshmark. I wasn't buying to resell. I literally was just selling clothes that I didn't wear anymore, and that year I made $346.60. So I made almost $350 just decluttering my closet. And now this year, where I'm purposely buying and reselling, I also still sell stuff, you know, from my closet that I don't wear anymore, but most of the stuff that I sell now is stuff that I've intentionally gone out and bought for the purpose of flipping. And we still have a good chunk of this year left, so I will definitely make another one of these videos if this is like interesting. So this year I have made $1,958.04, which is like crazy, but we'll talk about that more in January when the year is done. August I think is a good month to look at to see what you can make in a month because it's pretty average with my other months. The highest month was April with almost $400 and the lowest month was June with $112 because I was on vacation for like 2.5 weeks, so I think I took like pretty much the whole month off. I sold 18 things in August, which is actually the most sales that I made in a month for this year. But that's interesting because I sold 16 things in April, and so far that's my top earning month. So we sold 18 things, and that gave us a net earning after Poshmark takes its fees of $282.55. And as I'm filming this, it is September 7th. We are only 7 days into September and I've already hit $183.21. So I feel like September is gonna be like a good month for my Poshmark. But yeah, $282.55 for a part-time gig. That's pretty freaking good. One thing that I am not taking into account is the buy-in price for my stuff. I need to start doing a better job of recording what I'm buying versus what I'm bringing in. At this point, I just am gonna wait until the new year to start doing that because in my head, it makes the most sense to just start fresh with a new year, and then next year I can really document and talk about how much it costs, how much, you know, I made, and really find a better number. Of course, I did have to buy things to make this money. I'm not exactly sure how much is like pure profit. I basically buy stuff now and I kind of like know in my head how much it was worth, and then as long as I make some type of profit, I'm okay with it. I know that's not great, like I need to get better at that, but because it's just a side gig, it's not like that dire to really track. I will say a lot of the stuff that I sold this month was from the Goodwill bins where the cost is literally $1. If I'm making $10 on an item, $1, like that's a really big markup. It wasn't until 2021 that I really started buying stuff to resell. So the first 2 years that I did Poshmark, I literally just sold all of my old clothes, and then 2021 and 2022 have been years that I've really focused on reselling to make a profit, and we've already like hit last year out of the water. Like I said, I'm only $50 shy of $2,000 in profit, and last year I made $1102. So I am like on track to double what I made last year, which is just freaking awesome. I obviously am a huge lover of Poshmark. I think it's great for anybody to do. Resellers get a lot of negative attention, and I don't really think that's fair. A lot of people say that, one, we are either stripping the thrift stores, Goodwill bins, consignment shops of good quality items, and that these stores are made for low-income people to afford clothing. To that, my rebuttal is, please look into how much clothing we send to third world countries to rot in landfills. And also, the amount of resellers now is just like crazy, like triple, quadruple, 100 times more than we've ever seen before. I feel like almost everybody I know is doing reselling in some sort of aspect. So the fact that we have so many people reselling, and yet there is still stuff at the Goodwill, at the thrift store, at the local whatever, there's still stuff to buy, just shows you how much good stuff is still left. When I go to the thrift store, it's not just like dingy t-shirts and holy clothes. Every time I go, I find great quality items. To say that resellers are like gentrifying thrift stores, I do not believe in that at all. And like I said, if you saw how much we send to other countries because it just simply doesn't sell in thrift stores in the US, you would be appalled. So I think reselling is great for the environment. We're saving clothes and giving it a new life. The second thing that I see a lot is people complain about resellers making a profit. Of course, we have to make a profit. If you've never done reselling before, then you don't know how much work it is. If you're reselling to make a quick buck, this is not for you. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort. Work and effort is the same thing. When I find things to resell, I'm at a thrift store for hours, at least an hour, maybe up to 2-3 hours. So that's a lot of time that I'm investing into finding good pieces. Secondly, I am purchasing the pieces, so I am financially investing. Then I have to take all the clothes, take off all the tags, wash every item. Some resellers don't wash their stuff before they sell it, and I just think that's gross. Like if I'm buying something, I want it to be clean. It is something that's like $20, and sure it's secondhand, but I'm paying you $20 for it. Like I expect it to be clean, so I wash all my stuff just in case you buy anything from me, it will be clean. Then after washing it, it's wrinkly, so I have to hang it up and I have to steam everything by hand. Then I have to do my research on the product, find out when it was made, what's the resale value, make sure I'm giving a good deal, measure it if it's vintage to give the correct sizing. Then I take pictures of it, which I can only take pictures during the day to get the most accurate lighting. I sit down and I list everything, and usually I do this in bulk, so it's gonna take me about an hour and a half to list everything. With an app like Poshmark, you have to share your listings a lot, get them into the algorithm and have more eyes on them. So I'm spending a lot of time every day on the Poshmark app. Then when something sells, I have to pack it up, ship it off, take it to the post office. There's like a lot of customer service involved in the selling process as well. So to those people who say that it's unfair that people are pricing their items for a profit, you're just paying somebody a livable wage for the work that they've done. Sure, you're paying for the item, but you're also paying for all of that work. And listen, if you can't stand the heat, if you can't pay, you do the work, you do the digging. If people don't want to go to thrift stores, that's totally fine. That's why things like eBay and Poshmark exist, so that you can shop secondhand, you can shop sustainably without yourself going to a thrift store and being in the trenches trenches. If you don't want to be in there looking for hours, then you can buy something on Poshmark, but just know that you are paying for that work that went into getting it, and that's why it's more expensive. And the last kind of complaint that I see about resellers is from other resellers saying that there's too many people in the game, like, you know, just everybody wants to be a reseller, that it's like hard for resellers out there now, like the OGs. What I hear when people say that is, I'm not good at my job. Our society consumes so much. We are the worst offenders of overconsumption. So if you can't find good stuff at the thrift store, maybe you're just not working hard enough, because the people who are good at reselling are going to continue to be good at reselling. And honestly, it's kind of like a cop-out to be like, I can't find anything good at the thrift store because everybody buys and resells now. Maybe you just lost your touch. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Those are just some cons that I hear about the reselling community or being a reseller in general. I hope this kind of gives you some insight onto what you can expect reselling. This is my 4th year of reselling on Poshmark, and this is my biggest year. My sales go up every year. When you start off, it's not going to be groundbreaking money. And even now, like $2,000 a year, that's not like life-changing, life-altering millions of dollars. $2,000, like, you can't quit your job on it, but it's nice to have, and you can like buy a new laptop with it, or you can buy something big that you've been like saving up for. So I truly believe that I could turn this into a full-time job, but I live in an apartment, not a house. We don't have a garage. So like, where would I put all of this stuff? That's like the biggest constraint I think for people, is finding out where you put the stuff, because you need inventory to sell well. The higher listings you have, the more you're gonna sell. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of give you a few numbers so you can have a realistic idea of what you can make, because I would hate for you to sign up and think you're gonna make like $1,000 a month and then not hit that at all. I mean, like I said, I don't know how invested you want to be in this, but if you're part-time, you're looking about $200 to $300 a month once you've got like a steady groove. And like I said, you do need to put effort into this. I've had a lot of people tell me that Poshmark doesn't work for them, like they don't sell anything on Poshmark, and then I see their account and they take pictures of stuff in dark, crappy lighting. They don't share any listings, and they have like 2 things listed. Well, like, duh. You get out what you put in. Let me know if you want like a tips and tricks for Poshmark. I'm thinking about making that. I've been waiting to make a video like that because I wasn't sure if I had anything really like profound to say, but I think now that I've been doing it, this is my 4th year, I think I have some good like tips and tricks. So be on the lookout for that. So thank you so much for watching. Check out my other videos. I've got a couple cool reselling videos at the moment. I am doing a challenge where I'm trying to essentially turn $0 into a designer purse. Ooh, very fancy. I'm so excited. And I also have a Goodwill bins haul, which I plan on doing more of those. So yeah, okay, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.